Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Vinita Apte, founder and director, TERRE Policy Center. TERRE means Earth in French, and we stand for technology, education, research, and rehabilitation for the environment. We are working on various aspects of climate change, especially the Paris Agreement, which falls in 2015, and all the NDCs have developed their own agendas. In that agenda, the fourth point of NDC of India was afforestation. And afforestation is a flagship program of TERRE Policy Center. Of course, there are other programs which are laid for climate change, like youth presentation, environment education, watershed management, and ocean literacy. We are helping to common people to get to know about the ocean. We have partners. We are a civil society partner for United Nations ECOSOC observer status, and till today, through TERRE Policy Center, we have converted a barren land into forest land, and we have developed 24 forestries all over the India. Especially in my part, in my region, that's called Maharashtra. We've taken care of 15 barren lands to convert into green land, and other forestries are out of our region in all over India, it spreads. Secondly, we are working right now for greening the blue. When I was working in United Nations, there was a program called Greening the Blue. That means it helps to increase the blue forest, that is the cover for mangroves. And that's why we are working in coastal regions to develop this blue forest in the coastal regions of India. This helps to the community development in nearby the coastal area, and we have partners in other 5 countries like India, like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and all other the coastal countries where we work for the coastal resilience among the community development. We have planted 250,000 mangroves in a degraded mangrove forest, and more than 500,000 plants all over the India on the barren lands. We are a partner with International Ocean Institute for Ocean Literacy, and I'm proud to say that last 2 years we have conducted more than 4 courses for the layman to know about the ocean. It is beyond our capacity because every layman, every student, all the people, they doesn't know more about ocean, biodiversity, or any other aspect of ocean. So that's why we have associated with IOI, and they are helping us to develop the programs for layman. And we are conducting it's all online programs with a very special 2-hour session with the expertise. And it's really a popular among the students as well as the women who are at home, who doesn't go outside, or they are now households. So they are more interested to know about ocean. We say it's one ocean, one nation, one world. So with this, I will hand over this mic to Antonella Vassallo, who is a partnering since last 3-4 years with TERRE Policy Center through International Ocean Institute. They have an academia on ocean. And over to you, Antonella.
Thank you very much, Vinita. It's my pleasure and honor to be here sharing this table with you. So I'm Antonella Vassallo, and I'm here representing the International Ocean Institute. It's, I have to say, our first time at a climate COP, but the approach we take is that many of you here are scientists, and I'm sure most of you are now convinced that you cannot face climate or address climate challenges without addressing ocean challenges, and vice versa. And I'm here today to talk a little bit about another aspect which we believe is quite important, which is the importance, the critical importance, I believe, of creating a climate of literacy around ocean and climate. We, as Vinita has mentioned, we have worked together with many grassroots organizations, such as the one Vinita heads, and by using this network of partnerships which are embedded within their own communities, we are able to share climate and ocean knowledge through these very dedicated events, teaching events, which are given directly to the community in languages and in a format which is really easily accessible and which reduces barriers to knowledge. I would like to make a few points while I'm here. So, as we gather here at COP29, the International Ocean Institute, which was founded by Elizabeth Mann Borghese more than 5 decades ago, we're here to advocate for a commitment to ocean and climate literacy, which we believe is essential to achieving Agenda 2030, the UN framework on climate change, and other vital international commitments. As the climate crisis escalates, I want to take today's opportunity to emphasize once more the undeniable, urgent, and deeply intertwined link between ocean and climate. Ocean and climate literacy, the understanding of how ocean and climate influence each of us, and in turn how each of us influences them. Literacy equips us to make informed, responsible decisions that can shape the future of our planet. We need this literacy to drive sustainable development, equitable governance, particularly for the people of this earth and the habitats in which we live. The IOI's mission, dating back to 1972, has been rooted in fostering sustainable ocean governance. Through a global network, we have built the capacity of early career ocean professionals, ocean leaders, and community voices worldwide. We have especially focused on supporting developing nations to address the pressing ocean and climate challenges of our times. Our programs are grounded in the essential principles of ocean science, which highlight the interconnectedness of humans and the ocean, and underscore the ocean's critical role as a major influence on weather and climate. Building knowledge and action. While knowledge of ocean systems and climate change is vital, however, knowledge alone does not automatically lead to good governance. Enhanced responsibilities don't guarantee effective governance, and converting knowledge into action requires a more complex collaborative approach. We believe that ocean and climate literacy must bridge the gap between knowledge, behavior, and action, inspiring governance that is rooted in shared benefits, equity, and sustainability. To achieve this, we must nurture decision makers from the beginning who understand ocean and climate issues both, for their insights and choices directly shape the frameworks we will need to operate within. By creating a generation of policy and decision makers who appreciate the mutual benefits of a sustainable and just ocean management and climate adaptation, we can support win-win solutions that protect the ocean as a resource for future generations, and an ocean that's a champion of climate stability. Promoting ocean and climate literacy in decision-making. We envisage a rule-making culture that is based on sound science, reinforced by legally binding instruments, and designed to address global common goods like the ocean and climate. In promoting ocean and climate literacy, we need to embrace a new culture of rule-making that respects global common goods. We call for clear, actionable frameworks that integrate science, technology, policy, and social engagement. This vision should underpin a governance model that is grounded in reason, practicality, equity, and mutual benefit. Ocean and climate literacy must also be embraced across interdisciplinary policy spaces and at every level of governance. Combined with political will, literacy can foster collaboration, helping decision makers focus on a common destiny, shared benefits, and long-term sustainability. Our commitment to capacity development and the IOI Ocean Academy. We wish to lead through action with a comprehensive training portfolio that has reached thousands of graduates over 140 countries. By training emerging ocean leaders in principles of sustainable and equitable management, we wish to equip a generation of professionals to navigate the complex and interconnected issues of climate and ocean governance. In 2022, we additionally launched the IOI Ocean Academy, in which we are proud to count Vinita as our partner. This was designed to offer accessible, regionally relevant, online learning in local languages, with the intention of removing barriers of knowledge, whether they be financial, time constraints, or language, in stakeholder communities all over the world. This program introduces the people who join to the core principles of ocean and climate science, sustainability, and most importantly, of the importance of positive community impact through their actions. Our IOI Ocean Academy is also recognized as a decade action under the UN Decade of Ocean Science, a testament to our dedication and the dedication of our network to literacy as a pillar of effective science communication. And finally, the future we all want. Our advocacy here at COP29 will aim to underscore the immense value of the ocean and climate literacy in addressing shared threats, climate change, ocean health decline, biodiversity collapse, and resource insecurity. To create lasting change, we believe that we must collectively persuade negotiators, decision makers, civil society, and the private sector of the need for science-based cooperative government, rooted in sound science, in sound knowledge, and in justice and equity. As we move forward, the IOI and our partners emphasize that the future we want depends on the people we educate today. And the people we educate today need to span across all age groups and generations. By empowering these individuals with the knowledge of how ocean and climate shape our world, and correspondingly how we shape our world, we hope that we can create a community where informed decisions can ensure a sustainable future for all. Thank you, Vinita, for giving me this chance to speak.
Working last more than 1 decade on sustainability, forestation, and all other issues on environment, TERRE Policy Center proudly announced one new portal which has begun last year called Global Women Network for Nature. Because while working on the grassroots level, we understand that the women who takes care of environment and nature should be on forefront on many aspects. And there are many grassroots level women, they are really working very hard to protect the environment. The women leaders on the NGO sector, they are working very hard to protect environment, to fight the climate change, to make capacity building, and so on. So we have started one portal called Global Women Network for Nature. All over the world, we have members on this portal. We organize webinars twice in a month. Until today, we really have a lot of women, those who want to share their expectations, experiences, and building capacity is their main agenda. So we are on the same mandates, and I am proudly say that in last 1 year's time, we got more than 60 women leaders who are working for the protection of the environment in different innovative ideas. They are sharing it monthly basis. When we organize the webinars for this kind of thing, and not only the speakers, those who are online, but there are a number of other people, those who are really want to listen to that webinars. Then we have also get the people on YouTube, because all means for the security reason, we have restricted the entry on Zoom or Teams, but we have telecasted those webinar issues on YouTube. And really, means at the grassroots level, many things are happening, and that's a good sort of thing when we hear in climate meetings, in COP, in international meetings, that the future is really a big zero. But when we look at such kind of small people, those who are working tirelessly, so I always feel that there is definitely a silver line for the black clouds, and that way we are going for the good future, good environment, good ocean, good nation, and of course the good TERRE. TERRE means earth. So I wish I open this floor if anyone wants to ask any questions. No? Want to talk something more? You want to? No, there's 10-15 minutes still. So, but if no one is from the audience, I would like to ask Antonella that we are working for the grassroots level people for their capacity building on ocean literacy. But there are other courses which you are representing through IOI, and that's kind of a university level courses. So if you can give some of the idea about it. Yeah.
So the one thing that we like to achieve, the one aim that we'd like to achieve over all these years is actually, and this is my sort of favorite motto about the IOI, is that we aim to create future leadership in primarily in ocean issues, but as we know, you cannot divorce ocean from climate. You have to address the challenges of one to achieve progress with the challenges of the other. So one thing that we have aimed to achieve over these years since the IOI was established in 1972 is to create a level of leadership in various countries, in various roles, in an interdisciplinary focus, in order to address holistically the issues we are facing. It's always very interesting. We started working with career ocean professionals. But one thing we noticed from attending various meetings, from the work we've done, from the conversations we've had, is that very often something that we take for granted when we're ocean scientists or we're climate scientists or anything like that is we somehow always assume that people understand what we're talking about. Now, practical experience, I think, has led us to realize that this is not the case. Sometimes you have the experience where somebody is in a decision-making position, extremely competent in their background, but maybe could benefit from having additional literacy in the... And lest we forget, you might tell me big delegations can count on experts, can they? The truth is that very often smaller delegations don't have the luxury of that kind of an entourage of experts. So we have always believed passionately in creating capacity and developing knowledge So that was our first mission, and now the fact that we have opened or realized the critical importance that even citizens have by their everyday action in influencing the outcome of certain behaviors, I think that has led us to embrace a wider definition of literacy and knowledge, always with the aim of encouraging and empowering everyone to make the best decisions going forward.
Secondly, when we talk about climate change, we know every day there are somewhere the storm, somewhere the drought, some islands. I mean, I'm coming to the small island countries, and it's really on risk when we talk about those island countries and we think about what is next to coming to them. So what is your opinion about it when we are in respect of these small island countries to do something good? Or I mean, I cannot tell that we can assure them, any international organization or anyone who have come here, do they assure them that these islands will be survived in coming days?
Okay.
Do you can give your...
Thank you. We have, I think you more than me, because you've attended more COPs than I have. The plight of the small island developing states is something which is quite high up on the agenda, and I'm quite positive that people far more expert than me have addressed this in many ways. Politically, economically, looking in trying to develop capacity, trying to develop alternatives. Yesterday we sat through a side event where the legal aspect of statehood even was discussed. This is all part of, I believe, the knowledge that we need to equip we as a world, as a globe, need to equip ourselves with in order to be able to find the most just and equitable. So it never is going to be easy, and I think listening to the different voices in this conference has been very eye-opening and very, I think, these are conversations that need to be had. There is, I hope, a future in which all these different voices, all these different needs, this need for justice, this need for equity, this need for balance will be achieved. And I strongly believe that an underpinning of this is a really sound knowledge. That's not to say that we need to wait for all the signs to be there before we can act. I think we have the knowledge now, sufficient knowledge for us to act. And yes, the future is in our hands.
Okay, thank you so much. It was just a passing question, because I always have in my mind that the small island countries are really in a danger, because in which city I am staying, we really don't have any consequences about floods and all. We are very safe. We are staying in a very safe area. I'm from Pune, India. So I always think, and sometimes I don't believe that there are some problems. Means I don't think that is a problem. I just have, every problem have a solution. But when thinking about it and thinking about the climate change, I always care that these small island countries are really in a bad shape, and we have to do together for them. So I wish everyone is working for small island countries and those who are affected by floods, droughts, and seasonal changes and climate change hazards. But again, I am very hopeful that such kind of meetings and such kind of voices will definitely give a good future to everyone. Thank you. Thanks a lot.